All right, so NDIS, this is a video where I'm telling you that you should not be investing in NDIS property. There are a million reasons why you're making a major mistake looking at trying to invest in NDIS as a piece of real estate. Number one, the people who are selling you NDIS on the internet, most likely, in most cases, are developing something, packaging something together, doing all the, it's a plug and play type NDIS property where it's like, here it is, house and land package, and it's been designed to sell it, to you. That is what they're doing. They're saying, we need to manufacture something so we can sell it to you. And once it's sold, it's your property. It's your problem. And a lot of the time, they will give out a rental guarantee. They'll tell you that everything's good. They will say, look, we're going to take care of the management. I've actually had people ring me and say to me, hey, the management, it says here I can't leave this particular property manager without paying them out. I've had situations where quality is not really high enough. I mean, these things need to be built like a tank. They need to be robust. They need to be able to withstand, damage, and they need to have certain specifications, obviously, to adhere to becoming an NDIS property. So the challenge is all of these situations are going to amount to a vacant property. And the biggest issue that I find is that properties are built very, very far away from city centers. We're talking miles away. We're just talking, it sounds good on paper, it kind of makes sense, and NDIS are promising all these things with it, but the actual property, the location part of real estate is not being adhered to. It's in the middle of nowhere. And you got to think of this logically. If it's not built at a high enough standard to really be NDIS, if they're giving you a rental guarantee, that's already a red flag if you ask me, and then they're building in the middle of nowhere, logically, a loved one of a family that is to be placed in an NDIS property, they do not want them to be, kilometers and kilometers and kilometers, just really, really far away, where it's going to take them a long time to go visit them. That's just not something that logically a family wants to do with a loved one. Secondly, even the client themselves, if they've got a capability level, they do not want to be in a location that is miles and miles away. They want to be somewhere where they can go and do stuff and, live around wherever they were used to living around. And then, of course, one of the really important things people never think about is the nurse. I've spoken to multiple nurses, 18 years old, 25 years old, 32 years old. They're in this age range. Young women do not want to live in the middle of nowhere just for a job. So logically, it is a disaster on the run. And the rental guarantee is basically a way to calm you into saying, well, we've got 12 months to get someone into it. I'm sure we can find a tenant in that period of time. Now, the rental guarantees are often really just rubbish. Essentially, the way they do it, and this is just some inside information on this, they build it into the actual contract, so you're basically paying for your own rental guarantee and then just sort of giving it back to you. It's a way to get you to sign the contract. The way that my company, my team put together NDIS is completely different. We reverse engineer it from scratch. We talk to the provider that we trust and know for a long time. We say, what do you need in the marketplace right now? And they say, we desperately need robust in this area, in that area. We have clients, they're waiting, they're on a list, we can't deal with them yet. They're in, they're staying in some hospital or whatever it might be, or you're at home with their parents. Their parents are always asking us, when can you get us into a place? They're on a waiting list with them. They're looking to fulfill a certain type of property. So I say, okay, cool. Tell me what that is. We go out, we look for a particular block of land. Can we then take that block, divide it into multiple different properties? Maybe there's a house on it. We've done this before. We've renovated the house. We've just had to shave a bit off to, fit in with the DA and all those things. And then we've renovated it to make it a robust NDIS property. And at the back, built a triplex. So we have effectively, in the end, generated from the ground up at a more of a wholesale type approach to fulfill a need in a, 25 kilometer away from the city location where the family is like, yeah, we can visit our child there super quickly. Then the nurses are like, sure, we'll live there, no problem at all. That's great. So we've literally created what the market is demanding. That is how you do it. Now, it takes a lot of brains to do it this way, but it is just common sense. So if you are thinking about buying NDIS, you can go majorly wrong. But if you don't want to go majorly wrong, if you want to avoid all of that and just want to deal with professionals that do this all the time and know their stuff, please go ahead and simply chat to us. There'll be a link around here somewhere. You better put in your name, number, and email. You'll come straight through to me. I'll personally give you a call. We can jump on a Zoom. I'll explain the ins and outs of all this for you, show you examples of what we've done in the past, and get you into a position where you can actually make it work for NDIS, as opposed to, you know, trusting and crossing your fingers that all of these empty promises that some of these online spruikers who will not go into who they are. If you don't want to go down that path, if you don't want to go down the risky path and you want to deal with a sure thing, rather than a rental guarantee, let's just have a tenant guarantee. Let's have someone, you know, every case that we've done this, they've been chomping at the bit. They've said, when is it finished? We want to move in. So this is the complete reverse engineering of this process. We can help. Like I said, name, number, and email, put your details below. We're happy to discuss this with you in further detail and make it a reality for you. Thank you so much for watching this. I'm Adrian Garcia from Brisbane Property Deals, and we look forward to chatting to you very, very soon.